Guys, stop everything because we've just got a huge scoop from the DC universe. Just weeks after the reports of actresses being in the running for the role of Kara Zor-El in the DCU, Deadline has officially confirmed that Millie Alcock from House of the Dragon will be playing Supergirl in the new film universe under the direction of James Gunn and Peter Safran. And if you ask me, they totally nailed this casting choice. But before I dive in with more details, just a quick note: hit subscribe and like the video. It really helps out and keeps you in the loop. I'm here every day discussing these topics and keeping you in the know. Your likes and subscriptions help this channel grow. The bigger it gets, the more awesome content I can bring to you. Another character in Superman Legacy has now been officially confirmed. It's still not clear how Supergirl will be brought into the story, whether it'll be in an added scene after the credits, a spin-off, or if she will have a more direct role. The competition for the role was between Maggie Kanoy and Millie Alcock, with Maggie already having experience as Supergirl in the Tomorrowverse animations. Lately, the DC fans have been a bit split. Some were in favor of Maggie, others for Millie. I was personally rooting for Millie. Watching her in House of the Dragon, you can tell she did really well. Despite being all decked out to look like a Targaryen, in real life she totally has the Supergirl vibe. To me, she brings that mix of rebellion and courage that Supergirl usually has in the comics. Of course, it depends a lot on how the character is written, but the version of Supergirl they're going for in the movie is more serious. And I think Millie will fit in perfectly. When she puts on that serious face, I'm sure she'll sway everyone. But hey, before we talk more about Supergirl, we have Superman Legacy on the way. I'm not expecting Supergirl to have a huge role in the movie, but I believe she'll make an appearance. There's this theory floating around that she might be one of the people saved by Superman from some villain, and then she starts to explore Earth. What's interesting is that after James Gunn confirmed the news, several celebrities, including renowned illustrator Jim Lee, congratulated him. And Gunn said that Millie's screen test was so amazing that he can't wait to show it to Jim Lee. Just imagine. It must have been out of this world for him to say that. In reality, the choice was spot on. Switching Supergirl from the Flash movie made total sense. With all due respect to Sasha Calle, who I admired and had high hopes for, her performance in The Flash didn't make as big an impression. It's not that she acted poorly, but her role was so limited that she ended up not standing out. She appeared more as a concept for the universe, which ultimately didn't go anywhere. So changing to a different actress, especially one like Millie Alcock, who's already shown her talent in House of the Dragon, seems like the right choice. Moreover, the Supergirl they're planning, as rumors suggest, will take on a more serious tone, which is very much in line with Millie's style. I've even watched that cartoon, The Sea Superhero Girls, on Cartoon Network, which is entertaining, but nothing outstanding. But when I think of Millie as Supergirl, it feels like everything fits together perfectly. And that could be a major highlight, especially with a strong script like Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. This is one of DC's big news items this year, and a significant move for the Supergirl movie, which still lacks a director but already has a script and now an actress. They'll probably announce the director soon. And on the topic of casting, James Gunn did say he'd choose after picking a director, but since Supergirl is in the Superman movie, he technically didn't lie. For those criticizing that Gunn only picks his friends, guess what? He chose an actress he's never worked with. I don't get why people are criticizing Superman Legacy for not having big stars. Nicholas Hoult is a great actor, and we still don't know who played Perry White or Superman's parents. We might still see some big names in those roles too. Historically, the role of Superman has always been for a rising star, like David Cornthwaite now. As for Millie Alcock, she may not be a superstar today, but she's certainly on the rise. In 10 years, we might look back and say that this cast was incredible, with the likes of Millie Alcock and Cornthwaite. When Batman Begins came out, it was really Morgan Freeman who shone. Christian Bale was just starting to emerge, and Cillian Murphy, who did an amazing job, wasn't that well known yet. That just goes to show you don't always need a cast full of superstars. Sure, having big names helps, but take Nicholas Hoult, for example. I already consider him a big star, so I'm not worried on that front. I still think they're going to surprise us with some names for important roles, like Superman's parents, both his Kryptonian and adoptive ones, and Perry White, who could be played by a heavyweight actor. I believe the cast of Superman Legacy is almost completely set, and I think Supergirl was the perfect choice. She has everything she needs to shine in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I had high hopes for Sasha Calle as Supergirl, but it just didn't work out as expected. I think the problem was the script, not her acting. For Superman Legacy, with James Gunn's script and the choice between Maggie Conway and Millie Alcock, I definitely think Millie is the better choice. Superman Legacy promises to bring a fresh perspective on Superman, focusing on a younger version of him, not an origin story, and on Clark Kent's adventures as a reporter as he lives his double life as a superhero. In it, Superman will have to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as Clark Kent of Smallville, Kansas. James Gunn, who directed the Suicide Squad, the Peacemaker series, and the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, will write and direct the film. David Corran Sweat, from Pearl and the City Is Ours, and Rachel Brosnahan from the marvelous Mrs. Maisel and House of Cards will play as Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Nicholas Hoult from Mad Max, Fury Road and The Great will be Lex Luthor. Skylar DeSondo from The Righteous Gemstones and Out of Series will play Jimmy Olsen. Isabella Merced from Dora and the Lost City and also Transformers, The Last Night will be the Hawkwoman. Nathan Fillion from Firefly and the Suicide Squad will play Guy Gardner. Ed Geteg from X-Men, First Class and also Vengeance and Punishment will be Mr. Incredible. Anthony Kerrigan from Barry and Gotham will play the Shapeshifter. Maria Gabriela de Faria from Issa TKM and Deadly Class will play the Engineer. Sarah Sampaio from Akarga and also A Sombra will be the character of the series. With filming planned to begin in March of this year, Superman Legacy hits theaters on July 11, 2025. The film does not have a name announced for the director. Based on the comic book of the same name, the script is by Ana Nogueira, who was announced in November of last year. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, does not have a release date. Do you have ideas, questions, or opinions? Leave it in the comments. I'd love to chat about what the video is about. If you liked the video, give it a like, share it, and subscribe to stay on top of the news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.